Good evening and welcome on down to Admiral Park for what is going to be another big night in the Westpac Women's Premiership. I'm Nick Neary, joined in the box as always by Donnie Bell, and another big one tonight that you've been prepping up quietly through a few channels this week.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's last time we actually covered these two teams playing against each other, I think is the only blowout that we've seen so far this year. Junalup, I think 40-10 against North Beach. I know they have played since, but that was a game that we covered. And I look at these teams, I don't think it's going to be a scoreline anywhere near that. Desperation times for North Beach. They need to win after a somewhat controversial win for Fremantle over Ellenbrook last week. 7 points to 6, one of the best games of the season that we've called together. But it puts Fremantle above them on the ladder, and North Beach all of a sudden fighting for their season.
But as you said a little bit earlier, and we'll touch on in a second, these are two different sides that met a little bit earlier this year. We'll go down sideline first up though to Macy, who has just been digging around. We might not have Macy. I'm getting waved away. No, we have to sound like we got Macy. We'll go for her now. Macy, a big night down there at Admiral Park. Maybe not. Sounded like I had her microphone switch on there for a moment's time. We'll come back when we get a little bit later on throughout the evening tonight. Yeah, so Donnie, we can dive straight into our ladder results team list, a little bit of pre-game straight away then. North Beach, couple of changes into this side, besides the obvious one that you're going to touch on, I know of. But besides that in this side, where do you think they're going to start to line up to get back into third?
Well, it's a really strong team, and I think we've said this over the last couple of seasons about North Beach, that if they can get a bench at all, then they're a very competitive team. They've got a lot of very good players. So looking at the ladder, they are down in last. Their for and against isn't the best, but a win tonight straight away puts them above Fremantle. They've got this game in hand. But they're against top of the table, Joondalup, and they're top of the table for a reason, Nick.
And it's going to be hard to get them on points difference with a -75 to a +21. So it's all going to come down to the wins column. Maybe they can force a draw in there somewhere as well, which would be very handy. Can add a little bit of drama late into the season. You can see last week's results. In fact, that might even just be the week previous to that. Round 11 since happened, and we had the 6-7 game. And do you know the results of the other game last week off the top of your head?
There was only the one game last week.
Only one game last week.
So that's why this game is the only game this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
this
why
is
it's worked
the finishing
out that way.
of round 11.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. I can get on board with that. So that is your round 10 from that you've seen previously. Then on into the team list. I'm not sure who we're going to pop up first. I want to just wait for Joondalup Giants. Nothing too surprising here in the team they've rolled out. Anyone besides maybe Arere, Moika, Bunce are probably the question mark 3 in numbers 1, 2 and 3?
Yeah, well, again, it's you look at Junalup and straight away the first name you go looking for is Anika Stevens, and obviously her injury is a massive out for them. So that it's a team that is trying to be held together, and you look at who is going to fill that role, and you look at somebody like June Biddle, and you go, well, that's a player that's got the experience to try and hold this team together. Taryn Wiley, another one. She's in 13 tonight. She's in 6 up there, but she's swapped jerseys. But again, it's a pretty decent halves combination, those two. Parakura Shernak, Arere, again, it's a decent spine.
It's just working off those ball users now. You know they're not going to give you golden opportunities like other playmakers will, but as long as you run and consistently are off that shoulder all night. I mean, Gilmore Spence, Jupp, there's a few out there. Kiri Smiler, even a bigger runner, but one of the better runners when actively trying to progress the team up the ground.
Yeah. No, it's a solid team, and you're not to take it lightly at all. They're still a very, very good rugby league team. As we have a look at the North Beach Seagulls, I think there is a few jersey number changes. Hopefully we can work them out throughout the night. But the way they're named, April Allen at fullback, Sinead Lowndes, Rachel Lowndes on the wings. Melly Jane Buchanan is the name that you were talking about, referring to before. A big in for them in the centres alongside Willow Leach, Mel Toby, Shamundale Funga, Cheyenne Campbell, Tony Anderson up front, Anahela Tulahui, Hinaru Thompson, Annette Morrison and Brianna Young, and a bench of Gabby Muay and Bailey Tapuya.
just got on the text line a couple of jersey number updates, so we'll get through them in the next couple of minutes just before kickoff. But yeah, North Beach, obviously, Melissa Jane Buchanan comes in, and when you got one playmaker out for Joondalup, one playmaker in for North Beach, it starts to weigh this one up into some pretty level territory. I can't put North Beach in front to start this one off, but it certainly makes things a little bit closer than you'd like to call. Down here at Admiral Park obviously helps the home side, Joondalup, who are out there nice and early, ready to face up and ready to take on a big challenge here in the Westpac Women's Premiership. Still don't know if we have Missy down on the sideline. We might just check in, see if we have her.
Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely we can. A little summarising of the night so far.
Hello. Yes, it's so nice to see both teams with numbers to start with. The grounds are a bit dewy and muddy, so hopefully the rain holds off. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight's match.
Yeah, it should be a really good one. I mean, Melissa Jane Buchanan in for North Beach. Is there much you've heard around the traps in the way she's going to play tonight? Is it aggressive, is it tight, or are they going to let her run free a bit?
I reckon she'll really take lead in this game, especially as one of the older heads in this North Beach Seagulls game. She reminds me a bit of Kaylee Thompson in that sort of director role. So it'll be nice to see her lead her team out there.
Absolutely it will. Just about to get started. We'll check back in with you as the night progresses on. It's Westpac Women's Premiership just about to get underway on a Friday night. It's good to see. Numbers are plenty down here, all on the near side at Hill. Set and ready to get underway. North Beach to kick off left to right across your screen. The Junalup Giants home side get first chance to run things back. Solid up, front up defence by Morrison. Able just to get inside the channel. Playing through Parakura Shernak. Slowing up into contact initially and trying to get the hands free while driven backwards. A lot through was Narir. Shifting out for Jupp on the right side. Half a little gap to get through. Mr. Noonan, as you can hear in the ref mic, our referee again this afternoon, this evening. Solid first upset here, and a good half tackle break's going to gain a good valuable metres late in the set. Out the left-hand side. Got to pass it through from Wiley. Not too much on the outside, running on with much of a head of steam. And Missy Jane Buchanan out of the line to tackle for last. Penalty for the late one, not the start that they need. Joondalup Giants are going to get a second set, running straight in towards goal, Donny.
Well, really late in the set, that penalty was the last thing that North Beach wanted. It was a good set from Junalup leading up until that point, as it was. But yeah, the penalty really puts the cherry on top, and now gives them a chance to attack as Taryn Wiley takes the tap, and we're back underway. Straight away taking that one forward. The Giants. Parakura Shernak takes a step out, dummies, goes herself. Put down just short of the try line. The pass from dummy half as the Giants crash towards the try line. Driven backwards, an important tackle there. Shernak again goes across field. They float another one out wide. It's put down by Bunce. That'll be called a knock on. Well, it was danger signs for North Beach, but they've managed to hold on. They get through that set, navigate that successfully. Now we'll have a handover. We're gonna have a scrum go down. It wasn't the last tackle, so scrum. North Beach will have the feed. It looked like it was going to be a handover because there wasn't enough players there for a scrum, but they've got there eventually.
Maybe everyone just figuring out the jersey numbers like I am up in the box quickly.
I'm trying to do the same too, just working it out on the run as we normally do. Here at Admiral Park for this clash is North Beach with a nice run out of dummy half and some good metres picked up. That was Willow Leach out of dummy half. Moved from jersey 4 into number 9 and has had a moment early. A half break. Now with Young. Play the ball back to Leach. Now Leach gets it out to the blind side with Vahunga. Tip that one on to Lowndes. Lowndes will be wrestled down to the ground. The ball's come free. Well, there was a hand all over it there from Biddle. The penalty's going to come, and I think it's going to go to North Beach. I don't know why Biddle thought it was going to her, but it was always a North Beach penalty.
Just trying to show a little bit of keenness.
It was one of those ones that could have gone either way, could have been called a loose carry, but I think there certainly were hands all over it. Good call from Nernan. As now the Seagulls get an opportunity after a penalty late in the count. They go across, out the back it goes to Allen, always dangerous, but they don't give her any running room at all. Quick play the ball though, and Willow gets out a dummy half, takes a good strong carry, and again picks up good metres there, Leach, before being put down. Melly Jane Buchanan to dummy half, fires it across to Toby. Toby goes wider. Now North Beach looking to let the ball talk. Goes out to Lowndes, Lowndes to Lowndes. But the sliding defence of the Giants gets across and shuts it down. Terrible pass there, it bounces around, eventually it will be picked up. A kick across field from Young. Pass back infield, they've still got the ball, the Seagulls. A chest pass out to Morrison, and the North Beach Seagulls get first points in this game.
Well, that's just tremendous moving of the footy all the way around the park. I mean, it's a couple of sets going back to back after being marched down the field. First penalty of the night shows that they're up for the fight, the Seagulls, and a little bit of a late pass through the line like this always going to help, even if it is netball stylistic at best. And then Morrison chalk it up, very nicely done. We've got an all sorts team list sorted out, kind of up in the box here now. Still going to have question marks, Macy. We might even get you on the case for a couple like Danielle Parker and see what you can chase down for if Hinaru Thompson or Bailey Tapuya's even playing. We got listed, but no names and no numbers for a few.
Yeah, absolutely. North Beach.
I got you guys.
Thank you.
North Beach, we really are trying to work out. Got a couple of names with question marks next to them on what we have been sent. Looks like we might have got something updated coming in from producer Dave as well.
Never stops.
Tony Anderson in the 17.
I can deal with that one.
And Danielle Parker in the 18. Although we would have worked out Danielle Parker. She's fairly well known in rugby league circles. When you've got a competition named after you, I think you're one of those players that we know on sight. But the kick from Lowndes goes across the face. And North Beach, well, we said it's an important game for them. They started well. They lead 4 points to 0 on the fuel to go and play scoreboard.
One more look at this one on the fuel to go and play replay. That chest pass just good enough. I mean, Sophie Foxcroft maybe sucked in a little bit too much out there on the left wing for Junalup Giants. Had a lot of ground, about 8-9 metres of coverage on that pass still to make up. Just one to keep in mind as we get a little bit deeper into this game. Can't let North Beach go around the outside that easily late towards the line. Game 3 was done and dusted this week, Donny. Can't the Blues?
Can the Blues.
Been a fan for a long time.
Oh, New South Wales, we're better than you and we know it. No need to be humble.
Shake of the heads from the junior intern that also supports Collingwood. Thanks for coming, tell that story walking. Actually, I can't give out footy stats, but I got a good couple ones this week, Donny. In the meantime, North Beach out on the left-hand side looking to string a couple sets together. Williams up into a nice little line, shuffling to their own 40. Playing with good width already. Keen to move this ball around. Leach has been stepping up into a nice half roll the last couple of weeks and happy to rip these ones into the first receivers, building up ahead of steam. There's clear intent out here tonight. Even the benches calling for hits to be on. Soft contact Matsu, but brought it down at halfway. Now the speed gets re-injected out the back for Allen and through sets of hands to Buchanan. Buchanan gets tackled on fifth and last. Got to find someone else to send this one aerially. Melody Toby with a good high kick into half a spot of space. And Biddle gets a chance to run this one straight back into the line. Couple of good sets here, Donny. They're looking like an all right team tonight. North Beach, haven't got to see them in a while, but yeah, with numbers around, the recruiters have been out, obviously, and they've found some good talent.
Well, it was one of the things that that Macy said straight away, it's great to see both teams with numbers, because it's been the biggest weakness of North Beach. It is not their talent, it's not their ability, it's not their speed or their strength, it's their numbers that have been the biggest question mark over them. And tonight they've got some players on the park up in Junalup, and yeah, that makes them an incredibly dangerous team. So looking forward to seeing what they can put together through the entire 60 minutes. But it's the Giants now coming up over the halfway through Narria. Plays the ball back, and they go to the kick for Biddle. Able to steady. The pressure got there late from Young. The ball bounces away, sits up kindly, and there's going to be a try. Bunce will go around. Actually, it's Moika who gets the perfect bounce, sits up into her hands. Well, they just let that bobble around, and they invited disappointment into their lives.
Well, the chase on the kicker itself was good. Set really deep in behind the line, Biddle, but penciled and walked very casually into that kick. Kind of just got everyone set on their heels. Luck a factor on the bounce. Lowndes probably could have just tried to get in front of the ball a little bit better with the chaser coming on, but you can't win them all. That's just going to get through most days of the week, I feel.
Yeah, well, it's one of the beauties of the shape of the ball we've got. Like, you don't know what it's going to do. If you allow it to bounce, it can do anything. And we saw it right there. There wasn't enough urgency from the back three there from North Beach. And Mata Moika goes. Well, that one from just about right in front is waved away. Well, that is something that could really come back to bite Junalup. Ashley Jupp just couldn't pilot that one over, just stabbed at it. And it leaves us level. I thought the Junalup were about to take the lead, but not to be. 4-all.
Their goal kicking stats at home this year have been pretty good from all accounts as well. So that's 2 points gone begging in a lot of the bookies' books.
Well, if there was a big book, mate, you'd be asking questions about a missed goal like that. But
that's fair.
Not the biggest of books on the Westpac Women's Premiership.
What do they call it? Liability is low. There is minimal liability on tonight's game. Deep, the Seagulls will go again. Easily dealt with up on the sideline. Yes, Donny.
I was going to say not that deep.
Not that deep. No, it curled very aggressively. Everyone shaped for deep. Inside. Bunce just plays well.
We might go down to Macy for a bit of a conditions report. I mean, looking at the trees in the background, doesn't look like there's a lot of wind about, Macy, but what are the conditions like at ground level?
Yeah, honestly, considering how rainy and windy it's been up these ways throughout the week, tonight is actually not too bad, touch wood.
Yeah, even the ground itself, so, yeah, Macy, is... Sorry, you go. Ground itself, it's held up right because it looks muddy a little bit on screen.
It looks muddy, but it's like dry dirt at the moment, which is why I'm grateful that it's not raining. Otherwise, you just see a game full of scrums, probably.
Fair enough. Thank you, Macy. On the sideline is Biddle, giving third and fourth efforts all the way through the tackle here. Late in the set piece, and we're going to kick straight on through the middle. Allowed to bounce, April Allen. Not even going to be the intended receiver for this one. Picked up nicely by Johannesson. Gets driven backwards. Wonder if something's happened to that number 1 jersey as well. April Allen, been wearing it for weeks and then opts for the number 3 tonight. No number 1 out there for North Beach this evening.
Yeah, well, April's been so good in it, maybe they let her take it home and she forgot to bring it back.
That's fair. That's fair. Toby plays the ball well. That one gets caught in a little speck of wind, but works out nicely for Funga to crack off the right foot. One-on-one strip, not held on to, so she's allowed to progress a little bit further up the field. Big night for Funga as well, you'd assume. A lot of playmaking that can be made, except an error on the play of the ball is not going to help her playmaking abilities.
No, well, there was a lot of fight in that tackle. She was fighting on the ground, and then as she's got up, just a little bobble. But yeah, just wanted to scrap in that tackle, and didn't have complete control of the ball, as we see on the replay. Just a little bobble there at dummy half from Willow Leach, picked up by the officials. And a good opportunity now for Junalup to get the lead for the first time in this game. So they take it into pretty good field position. Danielle Parker out onto the field there at second marker. Now they take it forward. They're not far away. The Giants. Now Jupp just tipping that one on. Warren put down. Harakura Shernak fires it out to Biddle. Biddle holds the ball out in two hands. Wanted to go a show and go. Mel Toby not falling for that. She's seen it before. Make sure she tackles the dangerous Biddle. But here's another dangerous player in Wiley. Chop down an important tackle. Now they go a couple of passes wide. Biddle standing still, puts the kick over. Well, it's put down by Lowndes. Well, normally so reliable, Sinead Lowndes. She's had a couple of moments early in this contest.
I just think it's the technique of Biddle. It's putting me off, that's for sure. She had no rights to kick that the way she did on that occasion and chose to kick that way on the first occasion with plenty of time. And penciling in the way with the straight knee, it's putting me off, that's for sure. Get caught watching her.
It's there was a bloke called Lachlan Lewis for the Bulldogs for a few years. He used to just pause and stop, and it was off-putting. And June Biddle at the moment is a fairly similar technique here at the moment.
Gilmore Spence right in front of the sticks, manages to get it free for Biddle to go over the top. And there's a little bit of space to move. Moeek has already got one and should be over for number two again. Easy as you like for the Joondalup Giants. Didn't come out of anything too creative, just came out of sustained pressure. 3 sets on the line and away we go. 8 points to 4 with a kick to come. Trickier this time though.
Well, Gilmore Spence has been really important. Drew about three or four defenders in before she got that offload out, and that created the space out wide. And Mata Muika, it's so powerful out on that flank. Going to be very hard to stop one-on-one, and so proved the case.
It's going to be a tricky kick, this one, for sure. And I do want to bring in some fun statistics for you about competition balance, as it's been talked about in the other code, Donny. But to scratch your brain, there is one AFL player that is on 396 games and has not played at 2 of the 17 active venues within the competition. Is there anyone in NRL that refused to play and had over 300 games?
I can't think of anybody off the...
Everybody plays everywhere?
Well, pretty much.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah, no.
Certain players in other comps. Kick comes in from the sideline. Grounds we're talking about, GMHBA and Launceston Oval for those that follow both codes as well. Certain Collingwood players never played at either of those ovals.
Well, there you go. That is a strange one.
It's a good stat.
You do see in AFL though that as players get a bit older, they'll particularly in places like Western Australia,
won't travel.
They won't travel. They'll only play at home.
But for the first 10 years of their career, they do go to all the away games.
Yeah, but that's something that it doesn't happen in NRL. they go anywhere. If they can't play away games, then you don't have them in your squad.
Yeah, shorter flights. It's a little bit easier to truck them around a little bit.
Well, exactly.
Bigger bodies in smaller seats.
It's called the National Rugby League, but it's not quite just yet, is it? Maybe soon. Maybe soon.
If the Westpac Women's Premiership has anything to say about it, it will.
Oh!
And that's a costly little error. Good chance for North Beach to answer back straight away. We're going to see advantage. Liam Noonan allows them to play straight through.
As he should.
At no point did a North Beach player touch the ball, and Sinead Lowndes, well, it's all the number 2s tonight. A 12, a 2, and the other 2 have scored all the tries so far this evening. 8 points apiece with a kick to come to take the lead. North Beach level it straight back up.
Yeah, well, Junalup made an absolute meal of it. There was a couple of players that went to try and clean it up, and how did they not clean it up?
I think Joondalup offside players take a look, and rightly so, then go, I probably shouldn't touch this. In Biddle says no.
They kind of fight over it. Sinead Lowndes picks it up and says, thank you.
It's good officiating. That's very good officiating from our man Noonan.
That is fantastic advantage. That is the advantage rule in rugby league used to an absolute T, because so often a referee that isn't as experienced will go to the whistle straight away. There's been a knock on, they'll blow the whistle.
Especially off the kickoff itself. Knock on off the kickoff, you just blow that whistle.
Yeah.
But you don't blow that whistle until the moment comes. That's really good.
Well,
Big chance.
And Sinead Lowndes too has had a few horror moments in this opening 18 minutes and scores a try, gets an absolute gift and kicks the conversion to put the Seagulls in front. Rugby league is a beautiful, beautiful game and I love it.
Admiral Park tonight, putting on one, that's for sure. Can you believe it's only 7 o'clock at night? Plenty more action to come. 20 minutes into this first half. Macy, surely you've got a little bit of input here for us now with North Beach taking the lead back in such a fashion.
Yeah, we know North Beach have started off the last few games with quite big momentum, getting points on the board. It's more towards the end of the game where they seem to fall off, especially against the Ellenbrook Rabbitohs those past 2 games. So hopefully Joondalup stay in it. We'll see how we go.
Good stuff. About to get underway again. Beautiful vision. And these games brought to you by LMSC. Everything runs on Linux here, so we weren't affected by the outages worldwide.
Yeah,
Hardware and software staying well away from Windows. Backdoor, Funga. Luckily to not get obstruction, well away from contact.
We got back doors, just no windows.
No windows at all. Absolutely no windows. Left side again, starting to test them. One-on-one strip opportunity, almost held on to by Biddle. Would have been a good turning point. Break from half and get over halfway. Good set this, just taking this game up half a gear or 2 now. North Beach can sniff an opportunity, except leaving the ball behind is not going to help anyone. April Allen with a mountain of work to do. Takes the sting out of that momentum build I was trying to set them up for. Arere. Set up on last. Can they find anything deep? Juggle of the ball. Changes the angle of the kick and charge down. April Allen. Not going to be first there, but lost forward off Joondalup. North Beach will get another set of 6 out of this.
Yeah, they don't deserve it.
No.
It was a terrible pass from dummy half. It was good pressure that came through. The first touch was a charge down, was fine. The second touch ruled as a knock-on against the Giants, but it was poor play from North Beach that actually got them the repeat set. So there's that second touch there from Jupp. It ruled to be a knock-on.
It's there, it's not. It's there, it's not.
It hit the hands.
Yeah.
It's probably gone backwards, but fair enough call. April Allen struggling in this tackle, stands and eventually gets the pass away. Tirahui bounces away from 1. Normally a running 9, tonight playing as a running forward. And now North Beach, they're looking to extend this 2-point advantage they've got. Go out the back of 1 to Funga. Now out to Muay. Try and pick up the jersey that she's in. I think she's in 8. And now Young, she's been powerful to start this game. Brianna Young has got through a mountain of work. Mel Toby goes one way, didn't like what she had. Goes back to Young. Young dummies on the outside. Powers towards the line, put down. Millie Jane Buchanan organising the Seagulls. Goes from Toby out the back. Tipped along on the ground. Great tackle there from Bunce. Had to be made. They keep going down this same short side. Off legs, picked up by Lowndes. Lowndes will hit the deck and that'll be the handover.
Confident in the run the whole way though, North Beach. They knew exactly the plan. Didn't get a kick-off in the end, but attacking that left-hand side was always going to be the option for them. Starting to really work into their gear. Just got to man up in defence now. Can't let all this hard yards go to waste.
Yeah, just that attacking set. I think there was good communication. It seemed like they had an idea as to what they wanted to do. Execution is what let them down in that set.
Joondalup are getting metres and go with an early kick from Biddle. Finds good space in behind Allen, so it's going to be a good net gain set in the end. They really got their hurry on early. Junalup Giants just got to come up in a bit more of a flatter line. One-on-one strip at halfway, not halfway, the 40.
As soon as April got the ball there, I thought, oh, here's danger. You have to have a straight chasing line against April Allen.
Managed to get enough yards on the board to get this set underway. Falls out the right-hand side for Cora. Toby just up on the short side again. Now they've got to start to get creative.
Young allowed to run a long way, and look, another powerful charge from Brianna Young. Now Funga goes right to the line, hitting the hole there. It's Muay. Now to Funga again, just tips that one on to Lowndes. And trying to strip that one-on-one. Moika, or just trying to wrap it up on the last tackle, make sure she can't get the pass away.
The other bit of North Beach I'm liking tonight, Leach looks really comfortable now at half, especially passing left. He's ripping a couple away. But now I just wanted to maybe scoop underneath a couple and start getting the markers to look at her before giving that pass off. It does more than you realise, especially in the women's game. They really start to suck in immediately. If you can then fire a cutout pass left, well, she could be a dangerous half.
Well, it's an interesting move, really, from North Beach. Obviously, she's a specialist 9, but Anahu Tiru is probably one of the, I would say, the best 9 in the competition.
Yeah.
So moving her to a running forward, a 13 role, it's an interesting move at this stage of the competition. Obviously, got a lot of faith in Willow Leach. So.
Maybe a niggle there, would you assume? Maybe not too injured to play, but to cover the most ground on the park, you may be tentative on.
Not sure. Maybe something Macy could look into.
Could step inside Biddle, jabs one straight through, beats Lowndes. Got to really just fix up a couple of things after the halftime break. Really needs to fix them up. They should be able to walk one in, except we've got a penalty for probably a high tackle, so escaping with one there, Lowndes, because I'm not sure if the contact came first or second, but was uncomfortable the whole way chasing that ball.
I don't know what's going on with Sinead Lowndes tonight. I don't know whether she hasn't put the contact lenses in, but she just doesn't seem to be seeing it quite right. The bright lights of Junalup have got her dazzled so far tonight, and lucky to get away with that one, as you said. It was a high tackle and a penalty to the North Beach Seagulls, but...
It was a good take by the man in the chair in the crowd just then as well. Kick out, and took it well, didn't move.
They're always the best ones. If you can take it one-handed, a little better, but, you know.
It was too central. He didn't have a chance for flair.
North Beach with Muay, who's out onto the field. Good defensive technique down low. Parakura Shernak. So Leach fires the pass and they go towards the middle of the field. With Anderson there, I believe, put down. Centre field, 40 out from their own line. North Beach not getting a great roll on in this set so far as Young tries to change that. Will find a front and play the ball quickly, so that's what they wanted. Now it goes to Morrison. Standing in the tackle, again, Junalup quite happy to hold them up. They've got a little bobble in the tackle, so Junalup, you saw the players actually arguing for that,
yeah.
And it's been picked up by the referee.
Take a little look here. Yeah, and all day, that's where then they shortly ask for it afterwards. It's not a pass off the side. Has been dislodged and then contacted forwards into the original player. I'm happy with that as well.
Well, not usually in at Morrison's go either,
No.
to be trying to throw that late offload. Usually just does the simple things right, which makes us such one of my favourite players in the competition, a great defender.
Probably the last set sneaking up on us for Junalup Giants here in the first half.
This half has flown by, like it's gone by really quickly.
It's Friday night footy, Donny. He gets on through it. Was preparing for 2 games as well tonight. Producer Dave stitched us up there. Ellie Warren at halfway. Out the left again.
We do have a Joondalup North Beach weekend because the men's competition, the fuel to go and play Premiership tomorrow. The same 2 teams doing battle on the live stream.
Jupp centres things up, and that's a penalty North Beach don't need. They've given up a lot of extra sets tonight.
Well, this is a massive moment in this game. 10 points to 8. The Seagulls in front. And now they'll get the tap and they'll go on the attack. with a chance 2 minutes before half time. This is a potential game changer right here.
Gilmore Spence wants it on the left, but they're favouring the right at the moment. Nice little half jump up into the line, backwards ball, loose carry from everyone.
Gabby Moore, hey, I think that is diving on the ball. Just wanted it more.
Wanted it a lot more, manages to get underneath. Now a chance to bounce back quickly.
Well, that's an underrated play there. That is all about will and want. It sat there and it just waited. Junalup kind of looked at it. Gabby Moore said, that is mine. It's my ball.
Now they're running on with good steam. Just half a falter at the halfway line. 1 minute to go in the first half. No real attacking opportunity. It's going to have to come from a spark elsewhere. Flung up, backdoor, Allen goes even wider still, and they might have half an overlap, but a crunching tackle. A little bit of worse for wear after making the contact, but good enough. Junalup have been solid in defence once again. Just that lapse in concentration, letting the second try through.
I think that's the two-try hero from Joondalup, Mata Moika. Maybe copped one in the solar plexus there. It didn't really knock the wind out of you, but I'm sure she'll bounce back. Maybe she'll have a hat-trick here before half-time in the final 20 seconds or so. Plays it back to Parakura Shernak. They keep going down that blind side. Bunt stands, has the arm free, pops the pass out. Parakura Shernak was looking for instruction. Didn't get anything, just has to take the tackle. They go down now. Biddle's look one of the players most likely breaking through and scores a try right on half time to put the Giants in front, and that is why they are top of the table, Nick.
It's just good heads-up footy. Was aware of the time. You could see the offloads building for that last 15 seconds of nervousness. Biddle inserts herself into half here and just takes off down the blind side. Knew that it was 2-on-2. She can make that 3-on-2. Both wingers pull out instantly, and that's just a bit of half craft, picking up, scooting through. Doesn't need to pass off because it's not touch, and away they go into half-time with a lead.
Well, again, that's... When Biddle gets the ball, you can't take dummies.
Yeah.
You have to knock her on her backside. We saw it earlier in this game when she did go for a little bit of a run. Mel Toby said, I'm not falling for your dummies, and absolutely smashed her. That time, they hang off her. They wait and see what's going to develop outside because they see that she's got numbers, but you can't hang off Biddle. She is too classy, too clever, too good. And despite the fact they're none from three with the boot, they'll go to half-time with a 12 points to 10 lead.
Yeah, just a little bit of special attention going to need to be paid to that North Beach Seagulls wing, but we'll take a break and we'll summarise this first half and come back with another one in the Westpac Women's Premiership right here on a Friday night. We'll see you right after this. Welcome back. Second half just about to get underway. The Wild West, 2nd of August, Friday, 6 p.m. Donnie, a big announcement surely that night here in a big NRL game in the state.
Surely.
Got to start.
I don't know what it'll
way.
be, but
couldn't tell you what they'll announce.
It's a terribly kept secret. We know it's happening. Just tell us. Make it official. Give us a chance. We can celebrate, and that is the time to celebrate.
If you want to celebrate hard, and you can give 15% off to everyone that bought a ticket to that game for their first season pass. It's a marketing nightmare, not a nightmare, marketing dream. The complete opposite. You can run wild with suggestions. 12 points to 10. The Giants lead the Seagulls at the halftime break, and the big one on your mind, Donnie, is April Allen. You think she's just got a guaranteed one in her this half from nowhere?
There's going to be some stage. There's some stage in almost every game that April Allen features in where she just breaks it open. There's games where she's quiet, you haven't noticed her, you haven't called her name, and then all of a sudden she scores a 100-metre try. She is the danger player for me that Junalup got to contain, because it is a very, very tight contest so far. The Giants leading 12 points to 10 at half-time. Plenty of rugby league still to be played here.
30 good minutes in the Westpac Women's Premiership. Just readjusting the ball. All the difference here to make sure this one bounces out for the home side. Set and ready, underway again. And will make its way virtually to the sideline. Nicely taken by Lowndes, who was the question mark player of the first half. Tried to her name to some good footy knowledge, but going to have to be careful. Sorry, it was Funga taking the first hit up. But Lowndes on the left wing, over on that side, close enough. Will be the question mark player of the half if they're going to attack her again. Leach, nicely through to Toby. Just working out the numbers quite well in the area. Good defensive first half. Makes the tackle. Up to her feet at first marker quickly. Good backdoor play. And April Allen a chance. Instead they skip her out a little bit wider. Campbell needs to play this one square. Good first set, reintroduction. April Allen, no hole through the three of them. They close the gap well. I listened to you for years, Donnie. Every player at the Joondalup Giants. One chance out on the right-hand side. Toby will go to the air. Good chases coming, need a good bounce. It's going to be a fight through a couple sets of hands, and Foxcroft should be able to retire underneath after the first set.
Well, it was a dangerous kick. It sat there in no man's land, and Foxcroft, hands coming forward towards it. How she didn't knock that on, I don't know, but she took it cleanly and secured possession for her team. But the Giants, leading by 2, they need a few things like that to go their way. They are to consolidate top spot. He's got a little bit of a helping hand from the Fremantle Roosters, beating the Ellenbrook Rabbitohs last week on Friday night. And there is another great run by Biddle, going straight through the middle. An important tackle from behind there from Young. But Biddle has been the most dangerous player on the field so far, continuing that in the second half. The ball goes across to Warren. Warren puts the kick just over the head. It sits up and perfectly sits up for North Beach. It looked like that was going to go to the Giants, and they were going to run away and extend this lead.
I mean, Biddle not doing anything at all flashy tonight as we get a whistle in the background. Maybe it was a completely rogue whistle, and we're going to go back and play the ball. Yeah, no, Biddle doing absolutely nothing flashy tonight, but you can just see a player playing with confidence, Donnie.
Just every time she touches, it looks like she's going to make a break, create a break, or just do something to mess with the heads of the opposition. She is 100% in their heads. As a fundamental error there from North Beach. Not the best to play the balls from Danielle Parker. The pass from dummy half, not the best. That still should have been caught as we see the pass. And again, no real excuses. It wasn't the best to play the balls, but the pass was right on the chest.
I think all the excuses tonight for North Beach, just caught watching once. That was the most awkward play of the ball you've seen in a while. Yeah, Leach had to go further in to grab it. Funga's staring at what am I watching there? I think all they've got is watching each other excuses. Backwards through a pack, trying to get free again. Biddle just shrugging him off for fun. Still leg driving through the contact. Opposite number can't bring her down. Took 6 on there. Eventually brought to ground. Biddle, smile on her face on the way up. She knows that's a good run. Brunts out left. Working into this set nicely. Wiley can bring it to ground right in front of the post. Danger signs here. Junalup Giants look like they're firing off the half-time break. Good chance for Jupp on the right flank. They commit 5 into the tackle for Jupp. They've been on the careful watch for her. The biggest runner out there for the Giants tonight. Biddle doesn't show, just gives on the outside this time for Bunce again. Track down towards the corner and just holds on. Plenty of space available all the way to the left-hand side now. Just about shifting back through the line. Moeka wanted a third, maybe a little bit too greedy. Only 13 centimetres short though. Now they need to get deep. Biddle might go underneath again. And from all angles here, good work by the camera ops at LMSC. April Allen underneath with a nice try-saving tackle. It was going to be a good one to Biddle to get the second double for Joondalup tonight.
Well, it was selfish play followed by selfish play though from Joondalup.
Yeah.
Two players that could see the line. They could see how close it was and they wanted to score a try for themselves. There was no team play there. North Beach did well, just held their ground and did their job. And now they get the chance to bring it out of their own end. Leach gives the pass out to Toby. Toby looking to step through but runs straight into the shoulder there of Hodge-Sekic. Does not miss. Tiluhui, they tips it on from Buchanan out to Lowndes. Lowndes down the right-hand flank. Into space, showing what she's got to offer. Now Buchanan. They go to Anderson. Anderson stands in the tackle.
Set up really well wide here.
They've got some nice shape. Funga rolls it in behind and knocked on by the Giants.
That was good. Players in motion. April Allen moved on the outside of the grubber kick through, but didn't quite catch the number of who filled in at fullback. Ran the opposite line like the inside ball for April Allen was coming. Forced the defence to shift up quickly and forces a good error. Good mentality shift here. Joondalup were looking good that entire set attacking. Then selfish play and good defensive policy turns into an opposite ender. And now the belief is just starting to come back, you feel. Very early days in the second half, only 5 minutes in. If I'm going to feed the scrum, comes out cleanly enough. Through a couple sets of hands, Allen shrugs off the first 2 tackles and still tries to stay vertical. Couldn't get the leg drive going on this occasion. Terahui ignored out left, so we're going to go short side again. Toby crashes into a good pack. Gaining meters at the moment really nicely. Short ball. Missy Jane Buchanan. Just a settler. Now we've got to start spinning the ball. Terahui waits. Now we go wide up. Allen, next shoulder out, gets skipped again. Still got numbers on the outside, could pop it in. Just got a little bit tied up there, Kate Williams. Flat ball from Funga, breaks into half a little goal. Good coverage defence. Set's been really good, but the defence better at the moment. Young eventually plays the ball. Now they try to go through. Terahui again. Stayed on the task really well. Weren't looking likely throughout that set out wide, so probably just a good straight run. Got the one-on-one that she wanted, Terahui, and breaks through and takes the lead back for the Seagulls. Nicely done there, Donnie.
Well, a good set of 6, really. They work towards this as we have a look at the replay. Just goes between defenders. Nariat just kind of overread that situation a little bit and left one-on-one situation, and Anahila Tiluhui showed some good power to get across. I thought the play before, Brianna Young looked like she was likely to score, drew in a few defenders as well, created a little bit more space, but it wasn't anything overly flash or fancy that got the try for the Seagulls, but it puts them back in front.
While we wait for the kick, we might go back down to the sideline to Macy, where Junalup came out firing, and as we've just explained, the Seagulls are back in this one a little bit. Now they've all of a sudden taken the lead back.
Yeah, that's right. At halftime, the Giants' main focus was on their defence and how good it was. Their main attacking goal is just to get the ball, go forward, and for the backs to give the forwards a hand. And as we see, June really took that in her stride to help them out with that great run she had. with the North Beach Seagulls, their main chat was just about getting that grunt, and I think with that try Anna Header just scored, that gives them that confidence boost at the first part of this second half.
Yeah, well said. Probably don't want to get too ahead of themselves with talking about how good their defence was in the first half, Joondalup, and then start to let a couple through. Gets dangerous. Kick was waved away, so just the 2-point lead to the Seagulls, Donny. And we're only 9 minutes into the second half, so 21 to go here.
Well, 3 tries apiece, and there's nothing between the teams. It's only there's only been 1 conversion from the 6 attempts, and that's the difference between the two. We said with that kick from right in front that missed from Junalup that it could come back to bite them at the moment. That's the reason they're behind and not level. So a very good game. Fantastic final. 20 minutes to come as that one sits on the ground for a long time before Young gets the ball. That's stripped out in about a 3-on-1 tackle. And no choice for the referee but to blow the penalty against Parakurashernak. And straight away they can kick for the sideline. They take the tap. And they're off and running again. That time the ball comes free and is a knock-on. Well, the first one was a 3-on-1 strip that time. Knocked out in the force of the tackle and knocks it on. So, loose carry.
I just pump up a team that looks like it's refilled themselves full of confidence, and that's a very nervy way to approach taking the lead in a second half of a game of footy.
It certainly is. You know, plenty of pats on the back, though, for Kiri Smiler. There's a rare for the Giant. I don't know that she's had a lot of time. Has been quiet, Taria Rere. Got some footy in her, but haven't seen a lot of it so far tonight. Maybe could be the game breaker late.
Even Kiri Smiler hasn't really got a chance to run the ball in clean air at all tonight.
Through the middle, Matthew. Normally out on the flank, but playing through the middle tonight. Certainly got the physicality to do that, to play that role. There's a low pass there for Bunce. Did well to catch it around the shins. It's now with Biddle. Goes to the line, gives the short pass to Warren. Quick play the ball from Ellie. Now to Biddle. Again putting that pause kick across field. Difficult one to take and taken well. And a penalty though will go to the Giants. Offside player. So hit as she caught it and then picked up in an offside position.
It's a good hit coming out of the line though. I want to see it again because got sent to smithereens for a second there. Rightly so, the ball got dislodged. Just a bit of awareness. This is a dangerous position. Junalup Giants could go through and take the lead back here, that's for sure. Great hit up out of the line. Grace Matthew will give it to.
It's not a penalty. It looks like it's a scrum here to the
blew the
Giants.
penalty hard though, didn't he?
It looked like he pointed for a penalty.
It's all right, back live. Straight through the middle. Junalup Giants in front of the sticks, 8 out from the line. Ellie Warren up to her feet. We play out left. Parakurashernak starting to get vocal. Wants something out on the left-hand side. Decides to pick up right. A little bit of foxing the whole way. Sold me. It's going to be held up across the line.
Sold you, but the Seagulls are up to the task. Again, a good tackle there. The experienced Melly Jane Buchanan underneath that tackle. Wasn't falling for the point out left, go right tactic there from Parakurashernak. Now Gilmore Spence stepping off the right. Has caused some headaches for the Seagulls tonight, but they handle her there. Biddle getting up quickly is Young. Well, Young made the mistake, and she comes up with a play to turn this one around, and a bit of push and shove between Young and Biddle in the background. Now it's with Allen. Allen trying to pull out of tackles. Gets the offload away to Lowndes. Lowndes in some broken field. Shrugs away from one. Lowndes with one to beat. Gets a pass in field. And it's gone forward. Well, it's exciting play from North Beach, but early in the tackle count, you've got to think, take the tackle, quick play the ball, you're on the front foot.
Well, especially when you see Leach is the one that you're trying to pass the ball off to, who is the one who could just pass it off the deck on tackle 1 for you. I mean, a very good break once again. April Allen, she can do it from anywhere. You expect to scoot that one from half. Broke the first tackle, found the pass on the outside, did everything right. And Lowndes, well, mostly everything right. Probably just didn't need to pass it, but if the pass came off, you would have excused her for the try being scored.
It was a great run leading up to it from Lowndes. Just maybe got a little overexcited with the situation. And we are in a situation where it's a 2-point ball game, and moments like that could be absolutely huge. Kiri Smiler put down there for the Giants. They get out a dummy half through bunts, goes towards the middle of the field, was looking for contact and found it.
She's about to praise her activity tonight as well, Bunce. You just don't want to give her too many raps while she's getting driven backwards 4.5 metres in a tackle.
Gilmore Spence want to praise activity. She's got through plenty of it and then gets the passer out the back. Just sat there for a little while. Ellie Warren cleaned it up. Quick play the ball. Might have been an opportunity to run, but on the last tackle, Parakura Shernak takes the odds to it. Now it's with, here we go, April Allen shrugs away from 1, 2, into the backfield, and look at it go! We said it was going to happen, and there it is, April Allen going the length and chopped down! A metre short and taken into touch! Oh my God, Nick!
Yeah, I think that's the biggest mocker you could ever put on someone. They're home for all money, and because you said it pre-game at half-time and every opportunity that you get that this would happen, you get tackled into touch 1/2 metre out. You could see as soon as she got the ball, though, she caught the ball, took one look down the right-hand side and took off, and it all leads down to this tackle right in the corner. Herrera with a good game tonight out at the back. Settles that one out into touch.
Have a look at the face on Taria Herrera when she makes the tackle. She is laughing like a Batman villain.
Oh, you're good to see on a Friday night, the Westpac Women's Premiership. Even Kiri Smiler in at half now for the Junalup Giants as they get half an overlap on the right. Moika with a double and idle, just get past halfway and gets driven across the sideline. So a good fight back here for North Beach. Get a turnover, 55 out from the line. Good footy brewing.
Anyone who says defence isn't entertaining is kidding themselves. We've just seen Taria Herrera with one of the try-savers of the season, and now Brianna Young comes across and takes Mata Moika into touch for the North Beach Seagulls. We have seen some great defensive plays back-to-back. I can't go another octave, Nick.
No, you've got gears, Donny. I know you believe in you. Leach out the right. I want to see better defence. Well, we want to see tries as well, but the defence tonight has been probably the bigger tail. It's come off errors every single try, not the creativity of the attack. Still 15 odd minutes to go. Maybe make it 13 minutes if you want to get technical about it. Leach out to the left-hand side. Awkward pickup, but dealt with nicely. Would have been in Tony Anderson. Now settling out in front of goal. Just got to find their way deep into this half before they go for broke. Left-hand side getting a good workout here. Through sets of hands to Ada Cox, who's had a quiet night, and she claims one in the corner. Still thought she had another line to go, but she's gone early. Touchy's having a quick little look and try scored. Well, even that one's caught me napping again there, Donny. The defensive policy probably just not shifting down the short side quick enough.
Well, they slid across, and I thought they'd come up with another try saver, if I'm being honest, and got across the line, gets the ball down. As we have a look at the replay, fantastic work from the local media services company team. We've got a few different camera angles to have a look at. As Ada Cox gets across the line here and gets the ball to the ground, points to the touch judge, says, "That's on the turf. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming." Try time to the Seagulls. They're out to an 18-12 lead. An important kick to come from right on the touchline, though. The way they've been kicking them so far tonight, you'd have to say, I don't think so.
Can we blame the muddy ground on that one? Haven't given many excuses tonight. Even Macy said the ground is in pretty good nick compared to how it looks on the old TV screens, but tricky kick from here. I think I even heard Macy turn her mic on. Wants to slip in there, Macy. Big game, big 10 minutes coming up.
Yeah, that defensive set in front of me, Donnie, that was right in front of me, so just imagine seeing it live. It's very exciting for sure.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. Big kick from the sideline, moves in, strikes it, looks okay. It's going to come up just short though, and he's waved away. But North Beach, well, I don't know whether they'd be too confident, but up 18 points to 12 on the fuel to go and play scoreboard. A massive finish coming up to this one, Nick.
Yeah, well, there's the questions that start to creep in when we get inside the 20 again next time. Are we having a look to the sticks? Are we fishing for a penalty? That 1 point is important from here. We've seen it settle a lot more games in recent times here in WA, especially in the Westpac Women's Premiership. And just when you know these games are starting to get to a higher and higher quality is when the 1 point really comes into the equations in a 5-team season. You've got to make sure every single win counts. Only top 3 are going to make it through at the end of the season, of course. So 1 point's become very important in round 4, 5 and 6.
Certainly is. But I'm sure both teams want to walk away with the 2 points. They're not looking for draws, I wouldn't think. But a big finish coming up. North Beach out in front 18 points to 12 at the moment. An important set of 6 after scoring points. Mouet takes the tackle, plays it back to Leach. Leach goes the pass across, the short pass, running a hard line, April Allen. Normally wants time and space, but that time was just looking to crash through a hole. Good carry here from Young. Quite frankly, I think been close to the best player on the field and earns her side a penalty. She's been fantastic as the number 10, Brianna Young. Work rate in both attack and defence. You think it's between her and Biddle for player of the match, depending on which team comes out victorious.
I think that's going to be the decider.
Although we do have plenty of time left this last 10 minutes for somebody else to really throw their hand up to be the hero in this game, as Morrison takes it forward for North Beach, one of the try scorers for them. Leach waits at dummy half. Tuluhui been good in the 13. Dummies go, steps. There's some footwork towards the line. Stands in the tackle. Can't get a pass away. Gabby was there waiting. Now the pass to Funga. Good footwork at catch, step. Gets the pass out wider and Junalup. Some important defence there. Allen to dummy half, was always going to go. Steps towards the line, reaches out. Did the ball hit the ground first?
Knee was
lost
on the ground.
Ball.
Ooh, lost the ball's an interesting one. I thought
a double movement.
I thought there was a genuine pause there before the arm went out, and I was happy to wave away. Still ends up in a Joondalup ball. Just a different method of restart. That's fine enough. Maybe he's ruling on losing the ball before the double movement. Maybe that's thinking cause and effect.
Might have been the call. It was just a matter of whether that ball-carrying arm here of April Allen does it hit the ground. Oh, no, he's saying the ball was actually short of the try line. So fantastic call from the referee right on the spot. And again, what about the vision we get here? How good is it?
Yeah, I think they're going to invest in the bunkers soon, Donny. I think they want to see it. We'll be honest, don't worry about that. If there's one thing I like, it's rules. I like following them, making sure we get it right. Jups refusing to get held in the tackle here. Eventually, Liam Noonan complies and slow to release her. A little fisticuffs on the side. Parakira Shernak releases left-hand side. Coming up on halfway right in the middle of the park. Still not too many tired bodies. Junalup set really wide out to the left and deep as you like. Wiley goes wider for Herrera, cutting inside on the line. They can't progress past halfway though. Early kick, a non-communicated kick picked up nicely by Leach. We're going to probably have a penalty for an offside player.
Somebody tackled without the ball, or saying the
Joondalup
late hit on the kicker? I'm not sure, but definitely somebody taken without the ball is the signal from the referee. A penalty to Junalup, and it gives them a great opportunity here coming down into this last 6 minutes. Now the pass with Hodge Sekic, who's been powerful in defence and now looking to show that power in attack. Carries a couple towards the try line. Parakura-Chernak takes a step out of dummy half. Gives the pass now to Warren. Warren stands in the tackle, gets the late offload. Parakura-Chernak towards the line. Not far away. Well, Gilmore Spence gets the pass over. The pass goes wide, and we've got a hat-trick. Dewey Moika gets to the try line, puts it down, a try to the Giants, and we've got a kick from out wide to level this game.
That is one of the most threatening balls of the year. Joondalup, I mean, what a season she's having, and then what a night she's having. Look at the rip on this. Bang! Floated it perfectly, gave it enough just to dip outside the winger. April Allen had to overcommit to force that one to go over the sideline. Composure and a nice hattie there for Moeka, who makes it tricky to give Biddle the votes with the 3 tries against her name. It's going to be a tight one here. First they got to take the lead or at least level this one up.
18-16. They're... well, none from 3 so far with conversions, and this one's a tough one.
This is a tricky one.
But Matamuika has been great as the kick. Well, doesn't waste any time. I don't know whether she backed herself in there, Ashley Jupp. Just sort of stabs at that one. Was never going to go over. So 18-16, North Beach holding on to a slender lead as they look to regain 3rd spot on the ladder.
Not much time as well. Probably just want to get through this first set if you're North Beach, and then wind down the clock as long as you can on that one return set that you're going to get.
Well, who are their game managers? Shamundale Funga, Mel Toby, they're the players you look to.
I think Missy has to come in and help now.
I agree.
If you want to win, she has to come in and help. She can't stay out in centres all night.
One of the great game managers playing out in the centres. I don't know, maybe she hasn't been to too many training sessions, doesn't feel comfortable, I'm not sure. But a fantastic player that would control this situation perfectly for them.
Even if she hasn't been into too many trainings, this is one where she can look to the other girls and go, let me teach you a lesson out here right now. We're going to shut this game off.
Well, a big set now for the Giants, trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Ashley Jupp stands in the tackle, driven backwards. April Allen will not noted for a defence, but that was a fantastic tackle on a bigger player. So now the Giants up towards halfway. It was Biddle put down. Jupp says, give me another go. Try and do it to me again. This time she finds the front. Quickly on tackle 5, it goes to Biddle. Biddle goes right to the line before kicking. Puts one into a dangerous spot. The bounce is important. It sits up and attacking the ball there, Lowndes. Well, she's let a couple bounce and they've gotten away from her. She attacked that one and comes up with an important ball.
I was nervous there, Donnie. That one goes through, and this one does go through. In the meantime, Melody Toby, a good bit of space, and they can't really chase her down early from behind. Going to have to wrap her up, Wiley. There's going to be a good couple of tackles here to really ice this game. Don't need to panic. Missy James Buchanan goes from half, only a couple metres out. Someone's got to be screaming onto the ball. Good work there. Melody Toby calms everybody in the farm. Marker, Smiler, barely square, if you could call it that. Still just a couple seconds off the clock. 2 minutes to go. And a sealer here would be massive for the North Beach Seagulls. They're flat and deep. Funga with the best playing opportunity goes real wide. Skips out to the wing and Cox will run it through. Not Cox, apparently. Lowndes out on the left wing. No, Donny's got me confused.
Cox has got
Cox
two.
for a double. You've sold me up the river. Thank you very much, Donny Bell. Left wing gets it done tonight, 22-16 with a kick to come. And that is a very important break by Melody Toby.
I was holding up the two fingers to say that that's a second.
I've forgiven you, don't worry.
Peace, just quiet.
Well, I thought you were going the twos on the left wing for some reason.
Yeah,
for some reason. And Lowndes, I thought was, don't worry about it.
You got it.
Summarise the line break for us, please, Donny.
Well, I was actually thinking this is the time to settle it down, and they've let the ball talk. They've gone out wide. Junalup, great long pass out to Ada Cox, and as soon as Cox got the ball, she was always going to score. Again, a quality finisher in this game, and that one, well, it should just about wrap it up, you would think, for North Beach, although it's still a 6-point margin, but we're down to the final minute. North Beach should come away with a win. I think they've been the better team, quietly.
I think so. It was just a couple of errors early in the first half that let 2 quick tries in, and then, hey, look, they've only let through one more, or 2 more in the second half, but the kicking's hurt Junalup tonight, but I was happy with the second half tries. I wasn't happy with how they got scored in the first half. They fixed that, and they came out and still attacked well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been it's been an enthralling game. It really has been tit for tat for most of this contest. I mean, there's been plenty of points scored, but there hasn't been too many times where a team scored 2 tries in a row. It's been 1 try and then the next. So, well, it's Joondalups' turn. Do they have the time to get the ball back and get the try and convert it for a draw?
Don't think so, but they're at halfway. Looks like the kick's going to get allowed.
No, it's not.
No, it will not. Full-time score. North Beach Seagulls back into 3rd place. 22 defeats 16. For a team that's starting to come into form. I mean, we speak about the ins of Missy Jane Buchanan, but if she's going to stick out in the centres for the rest of the season, Donny, looks like the slack has been effectively picked up everywhere else on the ground regardless.
Well, it's a very strong team. There is plenty of strike. There's power in the team. There's defensive will. There's work rate. There's everything across this team. It is a team that can win the Premiership, North Beach, for mine. They are a very, very good rugby league team. If they can keep this sort of numbers on the field week in, week out.
Numbers is it. You can see a full 60-minute team in performances like this, and it makes you excited to see that every single week out of them instead of managing from the 20th minute of the first half how they're going to prep that energy as the season gets deeper and deeper. They've gotten better at it, but we might go down sideline now. I believe we can hear Macy. Who have you grabbed?
Hey guys, I've got player of the match again, Brianna Young. 22-16, how does that feel? Like, that was a good win?
It feels good. I think this is one of the better games we played, especially our last game, where we played good until the last 6 minutes and Ellenbrook just come in. This time we stuck it out and we're swinging it out more. Yeah.
Awesome. And last time we spoke, we mentioned how you didn't really have a bench. Obviously, you've got your mum on the bench and a lot more numbers. How does that feel knowing you've got the extra numbers?
Good. Well, I don't really get to come off, but it feels good. Pulled in my mum for a game, and then we pulled in another one she come from league tag, so it was her first game tonight. It was actually good. I think we had fresh forwards as well, which was a big help.
Yeah, definitely. And finals is coming up. What do you guys need to do to try and make that semi?
Just pick up our 1%ers, come to training, and we just need to pick our heads up and yeah.
Awesome. Well, she did her hair this time as well, guys. And congrats on the win. Hope you guys enjoy the win. Take care.
Thank you very much. Down on the sideline, as always, Macy and Brianna Young. Yeah, Danielle Parker out there tonight in the 18 jersey. Bring your mum to Friday night footy day, apparently, here at Admiral Park, Donny.
Well, Danielle Parker's everyone's mum, isn't she?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, just sounds good coming out of the mouth of Macy. To bring your mum down to footy.
Well, I mean, she's a superstar, an absolute legend of the game. But Brianna, I mean, her work rate, with and without the ball, she came up with some big shots. Came up with an error there at one point that kind of invited Junalup back into the game, which I thought would have been unfair if they'd have lost on the back of that mistake because she had been so good up until that point. But luckily her teammates dug deep and got over the line for a 22-16 win. I thought she was fantastic and thoroughly deserved player of the match. On the other side, June Biddle.
Still an A-plus performance.
Yeah.
You can't have anything negative on the report card there.
But if I'm doing a 3-2-1, she's getting the 2 in the losing team.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's actually a very good way to put it that normally I wouldn't. I've forgotten to tonight. Moeka, does she sneak in for 1 point or do you have to go back to North Beach?
Well, again, a hat-trick. I mean, how do you look past a player that scored a hat-trick? But I mean, Ada Cox got a double for North Beach and they've won the game.
Funga controlled the lines well all night, very quietly as well. She had a very good performance, I thought, for mine. That's a lot of good footy tonight, but I think we're getting the wrap-up down here at Admiral Park, Donny. So 22-12 or 16, is the final score down here at Admiral Park. The Westpac Women's Premiership. North Beach are back up into third. We'll be back next week with some more action. Stay tuned tomorrow. North Beach versus Junalup in the men's first grade. And the Wild West, August 2nd. Make sure you get your tickets to NIB. We'll catch you all next time.